Assalamu alaikum everyone. My,
Walaikum assalam.
my name is Mubeen Teaching Wala. I am from Turbat, Balochistan and I am a level 1 student at Rehan College.
Thank you, Mubeen.
So, welcome to another inspiring interview where we explore powerful ideas that help us grow personally and professionally. Today, we are discussing a topic that everyone experiences at some point in life, learning from failure, turning setbacks into opportunities. Failure is something we often fear, but what if failure isn't the end of the journey? What if the beginning of growth, innovation, and success? To explore the important topic, I will be interviewing ChatGPT and AI assistant developed by OpenAI. Together, we will discuss why failure happens, how successful people deal with it, and how student professionals and entrepreneurs can transform setbacks into stepping stones for success. So, let's begin today's interview. So, my first question is, welcome ChatGPT. Thank you for joining me today. To begin, how would you define failure?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here. When we talk about failure, I would define it as a temporary setback or an outcome that didn't align with our expectations. It's not a permanent label on who we are or what we can achieve. Instead, failure is a natural part of growth. It's a signal that we can learn, adapt, and refine our approach so that we get closer to our goals in the future.
Why are so many people afraid of failure?
That's a great question. I think a lot of people are afraid of failure because it challenges their sense of identity and self worth. Society often links success with value, so when people fall short, they worry they failed as a person. There's also fear of judgment, stigma, and uncertainty about the future. But in reality, failure is often a stepping stone, and those who embrace it tend to grow more resilient and creative.
Can failure actually become an opportunity?
Absolutely. And I think this is one of the most powerful aspects of failure. When we experience a setback, it gives us a chance to pause, reflect, and analyze what went wrong. In fact, many successful people attribute their biggest breakthroughs to the lessons learned from failure. It pushes us to innovate, to try new strategies, and ultimately to achieve a deeper kind of success that we might not have reached otherwise.
Can you share some famous example of people who turned failure into success?
Definitely. One of the most well known examples is Thomas Edison. He famously failed thousands of times while trying to invent the light bulb, but each failure taught him something valuable. Similarly, J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers before Harry Potter became a global sensation. These examples show us that failure is actually final, it's a vital part of the journey toward innovation and impact.
What lessons should students learn from failure?
Students can learn several crucial lessons from failure. First, they should recognize that failure is not a reflection of their worth, but an opportunity to develop perseverance. Second, failure teaches them to analyze their approach, ask for feedback, and iterate. And finally, they should see each failure as a chance to build resilience so they become more confident in tackling challenges down the road.
How can failure improve leadership skills?
That's a really insightful point. Failure can significantly improve leadership because it forces leaders to become more empathetic, self aware, and adaptable. When a leader experiences failure, they can model vulnerability, showing their team that mistakes are part of growth. They also learn to make better decisions by reflecting on what went wrong, and they foster a culture of continuous improvement, which is at the heart of strong leadership.
What role does mindset play in overcoming failure?
Mindset is absolutely crucial. A growth mindset, the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed, helps people view failure not as a dead end, but as a lesson. When individuals adopt this mindset, they see setbacks as temporary, they stay focused on effort, and they're willing to take risks and keep trying. In short, mindset shapes how we interpret failure and ultimately how we bounce back from it.
How should someone respond immediately after experiencing failure?
After experiencing failure, it's important to take a moment to process your emotions without rushing to judgment. First, give yourself a bit of compassion. Acknowledge that it's okay to feel disappointed. Then take time to reflect objectively. Ask yourself what happened, what you can learn, and what small steps you can take next. By staying calm, curious, and focused, you'll set yourself up to respond with resilience and clarity.
How can parents and teachers help young people overcome the fear of failure?
Parents and teachers play a really pivotal role. They can normalize failure by sharing their own experiences and showing that setbacks are part of growth. They should emphasize the effort over the outcome, praising persistence, creativity, and risk taking. By creating a safe environment where mistakes are seen as learning opportunities, young people will be more willing to experiment, take risks, and ultimately thrive.
What is your most important message about failure?
I would say the most important message is that failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. Every time we fail, we gain valuable insight, resilience, and a deeper understanding of what it takes to succeed. So instead of fearing failure, we should embrace it as a powerful teacher on our path to growth.
Thank you, ChatGPT, for sharing such a valuable insight. Today's discussion reminds us the failure is not something to fear. Instead, it is one of life's greatest teachers. Every setback gives us a chance to learn, improve, and come back stronger. Whether you are a student preparing for exams, a teacher inspiring learners, a entrepreneur building a building business, or simply someone chasing a dream, remember that every successful journey includes moments of failure. The important thing is not avoiding failure, it is learning from it and continuing to move forward with confidence. Thank you so much for watching this interview. I hope today's discussion has inspired you to see failure in a new light, not as the end of the road, but as the beginning of growth and new opportunities. If you found this interview helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more educational interviews, TEDx style reviews, and personal development content. Once again, my name is Mubeen Teachingwala. I am from Turbat, Balochistan, and I am a level 1 student at Rehan College. Thank you for your time and support. Remember, every setback carries the seed of a stronger comeback. Learn from failure, grow through challenges, and never stop believing in your potential. Until next time, keep learning, keep improving, and keep moving towards success. Goodbye, take care. Allah Hafiz.
That was a fantastic